Hey there, storytellers. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 24 of Bookoween. And today's video is going to be, as you can tell from the title down below, bookish, but in a slightly different way. And that is because I'm going to be starting my Nanowrimo Prep. In the month of November, I'm going to be trying to finish out a novel that I've been working on for well over a year now. My goal is to have the first draft done by the end of this year at the latest. So if I don't finish in Nanowrimo, then by the end of December, hopefully. But I would really love it if I could finish during Nanowrimo, because that would just be, oh, bellissimo. But I thought I would take a couple Nanowrimo Prep quizzes along with you guys as part of my Nanowrimo Prep. Because my sort of writing schedule needs to change now that I'm working at a new job since I last did Nanowrimo, I thought I would take the What's the Best Nanowrimo Writing Schedule for You quiz, but I also thought, just for kicks, I would take the Lonely Writer Seeking Writing Group quiz. Now, I already have a writing group that I am part of, that I love. They're all wonderful, supportive people that give me great feedback on my writing. And I also have some other writer friends outside of my writing group that also are great, supportive, wonderful people. So I don't necessarily need to find a new writing group, but I'm kind of intrigued to take this quiz because it insinuates that there's like different kinds of groups. So I kind of want to see how it categorizes it. I'm basically being nosy, but without any further ado, let's get into these quizzes. So let's start with the Lonely Writer Seeking Writing Group quiz. Question 1. What do you want your group to do together? Check as many as you want. Meet up regularly online to write, chat about writing and share advice, give feedback on pieces of writing, just hang out every so often, or nothing. I don't like doing things in groups. Personally, I would really appreciate the sort of giving feedback on pieces and the chatting about writing and sharing advice. Meeting up is great, but quite honestly, if I'm meeting up with people, I tend to derail the progress, so it's better if I don't write around others. So, next question. Question 2, what's your ideal time commitment? If everything goes well, I'd like to meet year-round. Just looking for a group for this project/event. I can't really commit to any particular timeline right now. I apparently selected one. Can I go back? Okay. Got it back to where it's supposed to be, and I'm going to pick, if everything goes well, I'd like to meet year-round. I think it's best for me if I have constant communication. Which animal best represents you? Question 3. Lion, some type of bird. I'm not really sure what type of bird. I can't tell. A type of reptile, or a dog. Well, I don't feel like I'm a bird or a reptile, regardless of variety. And while I'd love to say I'm a lion, I assume that there's some kind of, like, strong, like, stay focused on the hunt kind of instinct thing going on with that animal. And I can't say I have the attention span of a dog. Let's just be honest. Question 4. What's your writing schedule like? I write regularly all year. I tend to do a lot during nano events and then not so much outside of them. I mostly do my own thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it yet. I just started writing, so I'm not sure. Ideally, I write regularly all year, but I don't. So let's say I mostly do my own thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it yet. Favorite dessert? Ice cream, pie, berries, chocolate cake, chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to say some kind of meringue cookie, brownies, or cupcakes. I'm going to say ice cream because I'll eat ice cream pretty much whenever. Question 6. How much time do you want to devote to a group? I'm down to meet regularly once a week or more. I'm open to meeting a few times during the month with some casual chat on the side. I don't really want to meet regularly at all. I just want some low-key chat and writing encouragement. I don't have any time right now to devote to a group. I'm definitely open to meeting a few times a month with some casual chat on the side. If I met every week, I think that would start to overwhelm me. And last but not least, question 7, favorite sport to play. Or if you're like me, sport you imagine you'd like playing if you liked playing sports. There we go, that's accurate. Basketball, soccer, fencing, tennis, baseball, ice skating. Interesting. I did actually play basketball for a little bit. I think if I enjoyed running more, I would enjoy soccer. I'm between fencing and ice skating. I think I'm going to go fencing. My top results. 32% dynamic duo, so a group of 2. 27% just a casual hang. 18% writing family. 14% lone wolf. 9% focused writing team. Yeah, that's not me. But apparently I write best in a dynamic duo sort of situation. So I guess I need to find my dynamic duo partner to spur me on. I'm assuming. It gives me no other information from it. So anyway, let's get into the second quiz. So this other quiz, what's the best NaNoWrimo writing schedule for you, is actually the one I'm going to try to take seriously. I'm going to try to be as honest as possible in this one to sort of get an idea of when I should try to build writing into my regular routine, because I'm a night owl, but I feel like I'm not actually good at doing creative things, at least writing-wise, at night. I seem to be doing okay video-wise, but anyway, let's get into this quiz. Okay, question 1. How many people do you usually make dinner for? Somebody else makes dinner for me, just me and one other person, me and multiple other people. I split the cooking with another person or people who has time for dinner. Usually me and one other person, or I split the cooking with said other person. So I'm gonna say me and one other person, only because if it's a cooked meal, it's like 7 out of 10 times that I'm going to be the one cooking it. Question 2. Where are you most likely to be found on the weekends? Hanging out with some friends, running errands, or on my way to pick up or drop off what? I don't know. Catching up on my Netflix queue, at work or studying, rock climbing, going to a concert, hosting a dinner for friends. I gotta stay busy. Writing. Yeah, no, I'm usually at work or studying because I tend to work on the weekends. Question 3. Which image of an animal below do you most identify with? We have ducks, the little baby ducks, a sloth, a bee, a dog, little ants, or a cat on the couch. Quite honestly, I identify with the cat on the couch. Looking kind of grumpy, not gonna lie. Question 4. How much sleep do you get on average every night? 8+, 6 to 8 hours, less than 6 hours. Sleep? What's sleep? I usually fall in the 6 to 8 hour range. Usually. Question 5. Which fictional character do you most identify with? We have Doctor Who. I've got all the time in the universe, literally. The White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. Hermione. Packed schedule, no problem. All it takes is a ton of organization and a little magic. There's one that's not loading right now. The quote is, I work real hard each and every day. Now things for sure are going my way. And I feel like I should know what that is, but I can't think of who it is. And then there's Crush from Finding Nemo. I just go with the flow. I'm kind of in between I just go with the flow or the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. I'm one or the other. Not usually an in-between. I'm going to say the hurrier I go, the behinder I get, just because that's how I feel more often when trying to juggle work and other responsibilities. Question 6. What best describes your current approach to NaNoWrimo? I will reach 50,000 words at all costs. Let's just try this out. Ask me again in a week or so. I'm nervous about whether I'm going to be able to do this, or I plan to put in a meaningful effort and see what I'm able to accomplish, however many words that might be. You know what, this year, usually I say I'm looking to put in a meaningful effort, but this year I'm going to say I will reach 50,000 words at all costs. I want to do it. I want to finish this novel. Question 7. How predictable is your schedule? I've got my schedule planned out a month or more in advance. I don't expect any surprises. I can mostly plan on my schedule, but things might change week to week. I don't have a lot of control over my schedule. Sometimes things pop up the next day that I just can't predict or control. I don't have any control over my schedule. It's hard for me to plan even a day or two ahead or schedule who keeps the schedule. I just go with the flow. Generally, I can mostly plan out my schedule, but things do change week to week. They do, definitely. And I don't have a lot of control over it. I don't control what my week work schedule is. It gets told to me the week in advance. That's about it. But things, you know what? I'm just gonna say I don't have a lot of control over my schedule. Let's be honest. How much extra time do you think you could find in your normal day to write? I could find several large chunks of time by waking up early, staying up later, or rescheduling some of my responsibilities or social engagements. I don't have any of those. I could find some extra time on the weekends, probably. I could find a couple small chunks of time, like during my lunch, before bed, or while I'm waiting for the bus. My schedule is already pretty tight. I don't think I could find any extra time. I already have a lot of time built into my schedule for writing. Definitely not that one. I definitely can find some extra time. I just don't know that I could find large chunks. So, let's just say I could find some. Because either I'm either working on a Saturday or I'm not. But if I am, it's not usually for the full day. But I could find small chunks every day, if that makes sense. Gonna say on the weekends, just with the assumption that I'm going to write for long stretches of time rather than short bursts, but we'll see. Last but not least, question 9. Which writing tool would you choose in a Harry Potter the wand chooses the wizard type situation? Go with your gut. A quill, a typewriter, a notebook, a laptop, an old school, I forget what it's called right now. We'll get back to it. Or my phone. I'm not writing on my phone. I'm gonna say, as much as I would love to use a typewriter or a quill, I would not get much writing done probably. I definitely need something like a laptop so that it can keep up with the word vomit that tends to tumble out of my brain. And as I thought my finding writing chunks question would decide, weekends are for writing according to the results of my quiz. Your weekday hours are claimed by work, school, or related tasks. How to make this writing thing work? Find smaller chunks of time to write from Monday to Friday, and then stretch into more writing time on the weekends. Did you know that the weekend was only formally adopted in the U.S. in 1940? Thanks, unions, and the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. Fit in a few writing bursts every weekday, then split 6 hours of writing over the weekend. Make Saturday an abbreviated writing workshop from 9 to 3. I'd have to adjust that based on my work schedule, or structure your Saturdays and Sundays to include 2 to 3 hour writing sessions, or 2 3-hour writing sessions, or 3 2-hour sessions. I would probably have to do the 2 3-hour writing sessions. If you're used to lazy Sunday mornings, remember that you're only sacrificing them for a month so that you can push yourself creatively. You can do this. And actually, I would count that as a fairly lazy Sunday morning, as long as I'm not trying to do other things in the process of it. The structure. 2, 40-minute writing sessions every weekday, 6 hours of writing every weekend. The goal, 800 words every weekday, 4,250 words every day of the week. Jeez. If you're shooting for 50,000 words, which I am, because I'm almost at 30,000 right now in this project. So if I get there around the start of NaNoWrimo and I do my 50,000 words for NaNoWrimo, then I will have completed this novel, which would be fantastic, like I said. And then it says, try this. Leave a hook during your Friday writing session. Stop in the middle of a scene or even a sentence so that you can dive right into the thick of things when you begin again. I can't necessarily stop in the middle of a sentence or in the middle of a scene because I might forget where it is I'm trying to go, quite honestly. Maybe not if I did it every day like I'm supposed to. But if I skipped a day or two, I would probably forget. So I tend to leave notes. So my hook would have to be a note. But anyway, that's that result. Weekends are for writing. But that is it for my Prepping for NaNoWrimo Part 1 video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you took the NaNoWrimo quizzes along with me, I'll link them both down in the description. Do let me know what your results are. Or are you planning to do NaNoWrimo at all this year? If not, then I guess you don't need to take the quizzes. But if you are, let me know your plan. I just like to know that there's other people out there trying to drive themselves crazy by writing novels. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you want to keep up with me and all my bookish adventures, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. And I highly recommend that you ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat. Because in the month of October, it will notify you every time I talking too fast. Because in the month of October, it will notify you every time I post a new video, which is going to be every single day. So you definitely want to ring it so you don't miss any of them. I will see you guys tomorrow with a new one. Bye!